Greetings and welcome, or welcome back as the case may be. Today is Wednesday because this is Wednesday's post, even though I'm wearing the same shirt and recorded all of these on Sunday. That said, that's the normal way I do, but Wednesday's posts are usually either about a prompt or about some generic writing advice or something like that, or at least that's what I try to make them about. So for today, it's going to be kind of a combination of the two. Basically, I want to talk a little bit about, oddly enough, creative nonfiction. In other words, stories that we take a little, mix a little creativity in with, in the telling of the story, but essentially it's a true story. And by that I mean things like, I tell a story recently of my time in Navy boot camp, or at least some of the facets of it. So, to that effect, I embellished it a little bit in that I didn't really lie or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but I injected more humor. I told it in a style that enhanced the absurdity, the humor of what was going on. And so I encourage you to do the same. Well, I don't have anything in my life that I should or could really write about. And that's the way I used to think until I had a good professor in one of the classes I've taken at University of North Dakota. Because, yes, I'm taking classes as well as being a full-time staff member there. And this professor made me realize that even the simple things, like the day I caught the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life, makes for an interesting story. It's all in how you tell it. It's all in making it energizing, making it interesting and entertaining. Because in the end, that's what I'm trying to do at least, and hopefully that's what you're trying to do, is be a little entertaining, to tell something that other people can't tell or haven't told. And on that point, I'll also mention you don't have to be unique. I just read yesterday a portion of a story that is essentially the start of retelling the story of King Arthur and the sword Excalibur. You know, you don't have to come up with some, oh my God, this is a great idea. Nobody's ever told this story before. Because chances are somebody has told that story before. They just haven't told it your way. And that's the important thing to remember. They haven't told it your way. They haven't told it like you can do it. And so another good piece of advice I'll throw in here in talking about this, both creative nonfiction and fiction, you need to really be trying to write the stories that you want to see out there in the world. You know, I like, in my horror anyway, I like stories of self-corruption and self-damnation. I like seeing the main character spiral downwards because I like that psychological horror that they're doing something that they would have never thought of at the beginning of the story, and by the end of the story, they're just in the thick of it. Because to me, that's the true evil, is it's the one that whispers to you and gets you off the trail. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, write your story in the way you want to see it told. Does that mean it'll sell 1 million copies? Heck no. But that's not the point. If you really want to write your stories. If you really want to sell your stories, now that's another matter entirely, and to be honest, I don't have any good metrics by which to give you any advice on. So that's Wednesday's topic. I'm going to cut it off. We kind of danced around a little bit, but hopefully you enjoyed it, because that's the whole point. If you did, give me a subscribe if you really liked it, and hopefully we'll see you again next time. For now, though, goodbye.